Hi, it's Joy and today we're reacting to the Wheel of Time Season 3 official trailer. First of all, thank you so much, Ferdawoon, for commenting on my teaser reaction because I knew this trailer was coming, but I had in my head it was going to be tomorrow because that's like a month away, and then you were like, it's out today, and then it is. So I'm very, very excited. Before I start, obviously I am going to watch this. I had a whole, like, when the Season 2 was coming out, war with myself whether I was going to watch trailers, but I'm gonna watch the trailer. I'm gonna have to assume they're not gonna put any spoilers that would ruin things in the trailer because that would be stupid. But do let me know if you are a book reader and you kind of think, oh, I wish you hadn't watched the trailer for what. Don't tell me why you wish I hadn't watched the trailer, but do tell me. I'll keep that in mind for future seasons because I love the show so much. The teaser was amazing. I'm just the minute I knew this trailer existed, it's still a whole month till season 3. I need to watch it. I need to get a taste. I need to get a taste of the Wheel of Time because I miss it so much. So yes, I imagine I will do my usual watch it through, then watch it through, pausing and thinking. And I'm stressed. I'm excited. Let's go. Also, a quick note that I am not a book reader. I want to read the books, I will read the books, but because I'm reacting to the show, I'm putting that on hold until after the show has finished. So if you spoil anything in these comments, the Dark One will come for your soul. And I have people, lovely, lovely people who are moderating the comments as well, so you won't even succeed in spoiling me, you're just being a bitch. So sorry, I am filming this bit after I've already watched the trailer. I'm a little bit hyper because of it, so yeah, let's go.
The world is changing. A tide sweeping us along against our control.
I mean, I guess you would say this is a spoiler, but it's something that I expected was coming.
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have
control. Internal conflict here was always going to come.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Randall Thor, he will lose the last battle.
Oh, good. No pressure.
Got enough air in the world to deal with this.
They'll just come for Rand. They'll come for all of us.
Yeah. That's my concern, yes.
We're going to the last place anyone would ever look for me.
You do not belong here.
Our people have been waiting for the
See, like, there's definitely, like, ooh, spoilers here, but I don't have a clue what's going on or why.
Do you think it might be you?
I do think it could
Each
be him,
step
yes.
forward is a step backwards through time.
Do you love her?
Well, that's gonna be a fun scene.
What did you see in the rings?
The rings, okay, so that's where she's gonna see these thousand
Every
futures.
future where I lived, Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't. We don't win battles with politics and prophecies. We win with armies.
Get ready! Archers! Loose!
Oh, good luck.
Make them believe in you.
Rand has had about 50 different looks in this.
This is what I was born to do.
Alright, sweetie. I thought that was him in the last one when we saw someone doing that. Okay. Alright, I feel okay about having watched that. Like, yes, there are definitely, I will do my in-depth dive into it in a second, just make sure everything's still recording okay, because I get anxiety. Yes, it is. I will do my going through and watching it. From that, like, yes, there are spoilers, and so, like, I am really genuinely interested. Like, if you kind of think, oh, I wish you hadn't watched that because it spoiled things, but, like, the main things it definitively spoil is that there's going to be fighting in the White Tower between Liandrin and, like, Swan, and, like, that has been coming. It was also kind of teased in the teaser, just not as explicitly. It didn't 100% confirm who was going to win that, but I do feel like in the teaser trailer there was a moment where it looked like Liandrin was sat on the Amelin throne with Liandrin and Lanfear, my brain, or something, but that could be totally wrong as well. Initial thoughts before I go through it again. Yeah, we're off to see the Aiel. I don't remember their name this time, the brain fog. Oh lord. And there's at least a decent amount of Two River people being together. Again, like, I'm not expecting them to hold hands and be together the whole time, as much as that would make my heart happy, but they're gonna have scenes together. They're gonna be more together and in things. Obviously, it does appear that Rand and Lanfear are gonna be having some moments, and Egwene's gonna be confronting him about that, and like, do I love that? No. I don't fully understand it. My main issue with it is Lanfear is not a good person, and she has killed people, and she is a Forsaken. Now, she's a better Forsaken. I think she might end up being the enemy of my enemy as my friend, or, you know, someone we need to work with, but I don't know that it bodes too well for Rand's moral alignment if he's getting with her all the time. But maybe the original dragon made Lanfear go to the dark side, and this dragon's gonna bring her back. I don't know. There's also, like, yes, Rand is a reincarnated soul of her lover. He's also like 21, 22 at this point. She's centuries old. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like age gaps. It's weird. Other things, Perrin, I mean, in very Perrin style from the previous ones, he seems to be with similar people, which I like, but also in a lot of battles, which stresses me out. Matt seemed happy. That is a good thing. Egwene, I mean, my guess at this point is going to be that the White Tower will fall to Liandrin, and therefore to the dark. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way forever, especially if Moiraine is like declaring that if the White Tower doesn't bend the knee to Rand, he will fail. But in the short term, maybe they will lose, and that could set our various characters that are otherwise would be in the White Tower, Egwene, Nynaeve, Elaine may also be becoming queen. I don't know. I know they announced that the royal family of Andor have been cast, and she did look like she had put she was putting a throne on her head, a crown on her head in the teaser trailer, and this one she kind of was in a cloak, or like, so like maybe her family's all gonna die and she's gonna have to become queen. I don't know, because she was in the White Tower to learn to wield, but not to technically become an Aes Sedai, right? Because she's daughter heir, which does not mean she's a literal doorway to a kingdom of air, which I did initially think for a second, because I'm stupid and I still make myself laugh at that. But I'm guessing they're going to have to leave the White Tower because it's not safe. I'm still incredibly worried that I can't remember their names. The Aes Sedai who has her 2 warders, I'm pretty sure at least one of those warders is going to die, and that's going to break my heart. But yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm going to do another rewatch, and I'm going to do my pausing and talking more in this one. People like this, I was like, who's that? And then, like, how many different hairstyles does this man have? I'm like, Rand, sweetie, I didn't love the bald look. Like, the shaved head, it wasn't bad, but you look better with hair. I didn't mean this much hair, sweetheart. We also, of course, found out that it was the rings she was looking in. So this is obviously the fight between, like, Nynaeve's there, all the people are there against Liandrin.
Sweeping us along against our control.
Which, at the very least, they're finally aware that she's a traitor. Even if, like, it all goes to hell and they lose the White Tower, at least Liandrin's no longer running around. Yeah, big White Tower battles.
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
But obviously, like, I wonder how much of it's going to be Liandrin trying to say Suan lost control. She had this deal with Moiraine, her lover, and now look, they ran off with a Forsaken. They're the evil ones. Whether, like, some people in the White Tower will simply side with Liandrin, thinking she's on the side of good, not knowing.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is.
The White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor.
So that again, sorry, just to be a little bit dramatic by going back. This looks like the fishing hut that Suan grew up in, that she and Moiraine, good old Moiraine, I love her, don't you? Moiraine and Suan had their little trysts in, so that no one would see them. They're like visiony, magic-y place. So I'm guessing they are going to have a chit-chat, which, given how they left things, I don't think it's going to go great, but it's necessary.
Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle.
Yeah, Perrin's in danger. They're hanging out briefly. I assume they are hanging out together, and that wasn't them in 3 separate places. And also, there's not enough ale in the world to deal with this. Is very accurate.
They'll just come for Rand.
someone else whose hair's getting all dramatic, and yeah, they will
They'll
definitely.
come for all of us.
I mean, that terrifies me because she terrifies me, and she's hanging out with Nynaeve, which is not something I want to happen. I don't want to eliminate any of them, but I think they will doubly come for them because obviously, for one thing, if you want to get to the dragon, the people he cares about are weak spots you can target if you can't get to him for whatever reason. But then also they are, oh my lord, what were they called? They are pivotal to the weaving of the Wheel of Time. Like it was what oh my god, Mina, is that the seer's name? I'm so sorry. Like, literally before I had this reaction, I was thinking the people insane and now they're all gone. But she called them something specific that I cannot remember now. But that they are, even though, like, it was like when she wasn't sure which one of them was the dragon, she was like, well, I can't tell which one is the dragon, but they are all important to the weaving. So even if you take Rand out of the equation, the rest of them are still important and people that the Dark One would like to get on side, I imagine. So is he having a peaceful time?
Going to the last place anyone would ever look for me.
I'm glad you're still in it, my love. This, no thank you, okay? Like, this is like the rock he used to sit on with Egwene. I don't know, I don't like her and I don't trust her, and like, I know Rand's not gonna have an easy time of it, and the last thing he needs is this bitch in his ear.
You do not belong here.
So I guess she's gonna go looking for Rand? Maybe when the White Tower falls? And then she's gonna have nightmares about the trauma she went through, which, good times.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival. Do you think it might be you?
Is he gonna get a tattoo? What was that? It could be him.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Is that the rings? I don't know who that was. Lots of steps. Lots of... I don't know what that is.
What did you see in the rings?
Nothing good, but 1,000 lifetimes, it would seem. Yep.
In every future where I lived, Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't.
Which, you know what? I still maintain that I disagree with on principle, and it goes against my core belief system. My denial is strong, and no one I love is going to die. Also, yeah, this...
Twin.
So that... Oh, I thought that was Elaine the first time I watched, but that's not. That's someone else. And she's pregnant, which I didn't catch the first time. Right, that's not a pregnant Elaine, is it? Like, heavily made up. That's someone else.
Twin.
So that is the throne of Andor, I guess.
Prophecies.
Order Waters.
With armies.
Get ready!
It's all very real now, and a lot of people are aware that it's very real now.
Make them believe in you.
Like, is this one of the thousand lifetimes? Is he just going to go off and I'm a farmer now? I might be the dragon, but I'm not interested. Go away. Though I keep wanting her to go away because I don't like her. You may have picked up on it. But also, I feel a little bit like she's staring into my soul right now and she terrifies me, so hi. But also, I do think we're going to need her because as much as I don't want her anywhere near Rand, she does at least not seem to want to kill him. Okay, that makes me happy. Just go back to the one happy time. Let me see, come back there. Look at this. We love them. Okay, at some point they're going to get to kiss, which means they're going to have a moment of peace for at least 3 seconds, and I'm taking it.
And they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
And yeah, Perrin is getting a girlfriend, resume. Like on, yeah. Is that there was someone when they were archering, the technical term, is that her? Oh, no, not you. I love you, but no. Her. Is that Rand, Perrin's girlfriend?
To the ends of the earth.
This is what I was born to do.
But like, what was it? What was what you were born to do, my sweetheart? Like, help the Aiel, be the dragon, stop the Dark One, or do something else, you know? And like, what is happening here, sweetie? Where are you with your magic-y times? Like, this looks insane. It looks just out of this world. It looks like 1,001 different things are happening. Like, so I still, like I said, I want to ask my question of if you think maybe I shouldn't have watched the trailer, if it spoiled too much, because like now I have ideas of things going in, but for the most part, like, there being a conflict within the White Tower was pretty much expected at this point. Maybe I didn't know if it would happen in the throne room like that, but something was gonna happen there. Like them going to the IEL, like that these things have been either teased in the teaser trailer or you kind of deduce. Like we saw the IEL that were with Perrin seeing Rand up on the tower and being like, ah. So I was wondering if I think they were like, oh, whatever they call him, or I think he might be. So I don't think anything was spoiled detrimentally here. Like obviously I know at some point Egwene's gonna say to Rand, "Do you love her?" And I didn't know that previously, but I don't think it ruins anything. I think like if I really sat down and thought about where all these characters were going, I mean I didn't think Rand and Egwene were gonna skip off into the sunset and live happily ever after as much as I might like them to. I think for one, their characters will always love each other, but they have been through so much and changed so much from the people they once were, that while the hopeless romantic part of me would like to think they're still going to find a way to work things out, I don't think it's unrealistic for them to not be in a place where that's the case anymore. I also do think she's going to need at some point to have a chat with him about the whole letting her think he was dead thing, because we understand why you did it, but don't do it again. And just in general, like as a group, they're all so different to who the people they once were, and it makes me a little bit sad, but it also makes me proud of them, and I'm very stressed and terrified for them, sterified for them, as I almost just said. But yeah, so Egwene and Rand having some kind of conversation about that is important, but also like everything about Lanfear makes me uneasy, and every time she's on screen with Rand, it makes me uneasy and uncomfy. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they were sleeping together for months with her knowing who he was and who she was and their bond. Like it's creepy and groomy, and like I don't like it. So my one fear is that they're gonna kind of portray her as like a viable love interest, whereas if she's just someone that like Rand has this connection to and he's like not sure how to deal with it and maybe even thinks he's in love with her and wants to go with her, that's one thing. But if the show like presents her as, hey, that's Rand's new girlfriend, we love her now, I will be like, again, I think we might need her because she doesn't want to kill Rand. She just wants to make him into the man she once loved. But, we can work with that. Yeah, the other Forsaken, so far, I mean, for all I know, we have seen other Forsaken within this, but we saw the woman who was at the end of the last one, so that she was with Nynaeve. But yeah, there are so many things here that, like, I literally just watched that trailer twice through, and I'm already grasping at, like, what's happening. So we know that Moiraine is going into something called the Rings, and that's where she sees these thousand futures. And I don't believe her, okay? I don't believe what she's saying, because I love her and I love Rand, and I don't personally believe in a future where either one of them is dead. But what I can accept is dying briefly and then being resurrected. That works for me. We can make that work. I'll get, the defibrillator ready, the magical power, one power, like reincarnation spell. We'll figure something out. Like temporary dying, I can live with. Permanent dying, no thank you. I reject it personally, and denial will be my friend. But all I can say from watching this, like, I think if anything, it's left me more confused about where it's going than the previous one did, which I love, because, like, I can see plot strands, I can see, like, the White Tower conflict of potentially Egwene and Nynaeve having to leave the White Tower if the White Tower falls to Leandrin. I can see kind of those plot lines potentially. And obviously Rand is going to go to the Aiel. Now we know the reasoning is not just because the Aiel are approaching him saying, we think you're our our prophesized leader. But also because who would expect him to go to the barren wastelands or whatever, like the Aiel wastes? Like, no one wants to go there. Why would he go there? There are reasons behind it. Perrin is going to be running around fighting Matt. Matt is still an enigma in this trailer. He looked healthy and happy, relatively speaking, so good, but also I don't really know what he's up to. And obviously there'll be more fighting, more conflict, more stress, but like Rand had about 700 different hairstyles. Like genuinely, he is changing up his look every other week, which again, the shaved head look wasn't his best look. It suited him fine, but I preferred his hair, so he's now going for many different hairstyles. I'm being a bit silly with that, but like, yeah, Perrin was farming at one point, Rand seemed to be farming at one point, and we are gonna have a farming episode. I really, like, at this point, like, I really want to be making these, like, really clever deductions, and instead, I'm just like, and this is gonna be the longest freaking month of all time. I need this show. And you know what's going to kill me? One episode a week. Like, the part of me that has to edit the reactions and, like, fit time in to watch them when I have other things to react to is happy it's one a week because obviously it's easier to manage. But the part of me that loves this show is like, I would throw everything out the window and just dedicate my entire life to the Wheel of Time. Why isn't it coming out in one go? Oh my god, that trailer was amazing. I have so many thoughts and so many questions, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good that I watched it. I know before season 2 I had this like existential crisis. I made like a survey asking people what they thought, like, should I watch it? Will it spoil things? But on the whole, I don't think it's ruined anything for me. Like, things will happen and I'll go, oh, that's that scene, but I don't really know how, what, when, where, why they're gonna happen. And I need it right now. Like, you know what? Actually, the part of me that regrets watching that trailer is the part of me that is now like a month and a day, a month and a day. But the rest of me is absolutely thrilled that I watched it, and so excited for season 3. If this is the first time you've found my channel and you've watched all the way to the end of this, I have reacted to all of the Wheel of Time seasons 1 and 2. I should have said at the beginning that I'm a non-book reader, please don't spoil, but yeah, that goes without saying. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you in season 3.